Yo, he got Bicycle Coon. He's such a loser in the world, he doesn't even get Truck Coon. He gets Bicycle Coon. Oh no. Okay, this is literally the Hulk towards Loki in the first Avengers movie. Is the fight gonna last super long? Maybe not. But is the fight gonna last longer than Conor McGregor's presidential candidacy? Yeah. Doing it just for the greater good, baby. They actually ended the fucking season like that? Nah, Dandadan be foul for that one. I mean, props to my boy Okarun. He went from Mr. Nobody to Ladies Man real quick. But Momo having to end the season on him getting smooched on by a hot alien babe, as she's so fired up, she explodes the whole goddamn house because of her emotions connected to the nanotech, man. Like, you might as well just say, not only rip Momo, but rip Okarun. The last one of his golden nuts is about to be shattered before he even has a chance to explain himself. And I honestly can't even say I blame her, but honestly, props to him. He at least going out in a fun way, I suppose. Make sure you drop a like on this video, show your support, subscribe if you're new around your Patreons where you catch those full live reactions, all this Dandadan greatness, and other exclusives as well if you also want to help fund the channel and videos just like this one. So, honestly, his nut might be cracked. Like, you're pretty much setting up Kinta being like, I'm gonna help you find the golden ball. Is it to save the world? And he's like, yeah, it ain't that important, but I'd like to have kids maybe someday. So, they ended the episode extravagant as hell. Like, probably the best animated thing. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, I personally think there's two moments this season of Dandadan that you could, like, argue what is the best. It's the orchestra concert extravaganza with Mozart and the gang, or Godzilla. But I gotta be honest, I thought I was gonna end this season thinking that whole concert thing was my favorite. No, I think this was. They really went out strong. They utilized so many creative ideas. It felt like straight up watching a Tokusatsu show. Like, it was just fantastic what they were able to accomplish. And then adding in the concept of their abilities being able to be utilized inside the bot, and just watching Godzilla run amok. And I think what's so cool is there was so many shots that made it feel like it was a live action Tokusatsu style story. And what I mean is, like, when you watch, whether it was the Americanized Power Rangers or the original Super Sentai, right? They would have, like, actors in, like, miniature sets and stuff to make it have, like, that grand feel like you're watching giants run amok through a city. There was so many shots that I looked at and I said, God damn, they're making it feel the exact same way. Yeah, it's not like it's actually miniature, but, like, I don't know, like, the directing was on point and there was something in the water. Like, it felt like there's a few animation, like, key animators that just have a style, and I'm not gonna be surprised if a couple of them were working on this episode or something that I'm just like, oh man, like you can think of stuff like episode 11, I think it was, of Clevatus. Like, there's some key people that just know what they're doing, and this is kind of what that episode feels, or this episode feels like. The style was great. I love the back and forth between Okarun and Evil Eye being like, Dad, I want to fight. Okay, Dad, I'll fight this. It was so dumb. It was unapologetically dumb. They snuck in some emotion when it came to Kinta, you know, showcasing that, he obviously was bullied. I mean, he went to high school with a jetpack backpack, bro. Like, I'm not saying people deserve to be bullied, but sometimes you do gotta wonder, like, did you really not see the bullying coming? Granted, did I laugh my ass off when I saw that he got run over by Bicycle Coon, not Truck Coon? Like, the boy is so nerdy, he couldn't even get isekai'd properly. Like, if you get run over by Bike Coon, you ain't going to another world. You're just gonna have some arthritis in your hips. I thought it was pretty funny. I felt sad, yeah, he got bullied, he was ostracized, and, he got to finally live out his dream of being in the robot. Unlike Shinji, he got in that robot, and gladly so. And now he's like, listen, I'm gonna help find you the golden nutsack. Now, does he know it comes from a nutsack? Not really. He might have an interesting reaction if he ever is fondling Okarun's balls, but you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Right now, we got bigger fish to fry. Momo's ready to strangle a bitch and strangle him at the same time. I truly think the level of grip she will have on his testes will be stronger than any vice grip known to man. I don't think he'll have an opportunity to explain himself. He will, after she's already gotten a few sucker punches into him. But that's going to be glorious. See, personally, what I thought we were building into after we dragged Godzilla back to our home lair that was looking like a weird science fiction restaurant mix and match. Like, it had UFO leg stick. It was just such a weird monstrosity. I loved it. Was that it was going to be like a little mascot character, right? I didn't think there was a person inside. I thought it would be like, we got a mannequin, bro. That I was like, why not have like a talking Godzilla creature walking around our spiritual temple? Why not? Unzips it and hot anime babe. And I was like, okay, surely there's going to be a misunderstanding. But I wasn't expecting her to be like, hey, maybe that's how her culture does it. Maybe she's just into people who can beat her up. I don't know. Either way, I feel bad. I generally feel bad for Momo. Because you have Ira, right? Who doesn't know personal space. Who, if Momo and Okarun got married, she wouldn't even be invited to the wedding, would come to the wedding and say, I have an objection to this marriage. Now she also has to worry about, really consider this, she has to worry about outer space women, not to mention that was 100% Okarun's proper first kiss. Now granted, early in the season, did they accidentally peck? Sure, but I don't think you can really count that. Like, maybe you could, and maybe they will. But I think there's a large difference between an accidental, their faces butted together and lips touched for like fraction of a second, and an alien babe probably sticking tongue down his throat. It's gonna send anyone into a crash out, let's be real, especially after all the development they had. Like, goddamn. Fight was spectacular, the music was spectacular. I said it last week, like, we're gonna watch season 3, and we're gonna look back at this and think it's small in comparison. Like, wasn't the first episode of Dandadan about anal probes? And somehow we've escalated past that every single time. Like, this show ain't right. It ain't right at all. But that's kind of why I love it. It's unapologetically itself. A couple random scenes that are sus as hell, that are meant to, like, not be glorified, but just be weird as hell, will get taken out of context, and people will make it their entire personality to grift about it, about how, you know, the internet hates it, and then there will be another side being like, this is why anime's weird. When in actuality, we just got a really competently well-written shonen with great written characters that are funny, that are different, unapologetically itself, and truly does very, very little wrong. And the minor things you could say it does wrong, I mean, it's such nitpicks at this point. I feel like you just have to be a miserable son of a bitch to really make it your personality to say it should change. Great season, better than season 1. Bold as hell to end the season with essentially rip Momo, because goddamn, she gonna kill him and then she gonna crash out so hard she goes into cardiac arrest, so probably rip her too. Fantastic, 10 out of 10, but you let me know what you thought down below, especially if you're a source reader. What did you think of the adaptation? Because I gotta imagine, ain't no manga panels living up to this episode. I didn't do it for this episode, but when we had the music fight episode, I went and looked at the manga chapters for that, and they absolutely surpassed it. I 100% believe they did it again here, but you can let me know. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreons where you catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. Alright, so today we got Ashura, Thrilled Axis 709, Proof Space, SW Me, Nano Dog, J-Mons 9173, Durhosh, Franklin Greenway, Hikari Lounge, and we also have Fletchbringer. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.